So let's look at this applet, right? It wants you to click right here, and it's going to open this pretty cool Reese's Pieces applet. Now, when you open it up, it'll look like this. What does everything mean here, right? So right here, we've got our Reese's Pieces machine. It's telling us, and you can change this. You could change the probability to 45 if you wanted to. Right now, it's telling us that it's going to draw 25 pieces of candy are going to come out of here, one sample at a time. So when I press draw, here comes all my candy, and it's separating it into orange versus the other colors, and it's telling us that out of one sample of 25, we got 15 orange pieces. Well, the first thing I want you to do is we're going to look at this in terms of just proportion at first. So change here to proportion. Now again, we can continue to draw. Right, so here comes a second sample of 25. In that sample, 44% were orange. And down here on this graph, right, here's a graph of a sampling distribution. I've got a 44% right there. That dot represents a sample of 25. That was our first sample right there. Let me do it one more time, drawing just one more sample. So see, I've got a total of 3 samples. Now that one was a pretty high 68%, and we can see that plopped down here. We can also turn on the summary stats and see that our overall data, right, our 3 samples that we took of size 25 have an overall mean proportion of 0.573. The value up here, that represents a single sample, and notice this is a p hat because that's a sample statistic. Up here, our 45% would represent our population parameter, and that would be just a p. So the 45 up here is p equals, compared to a sample, is a p hat. Now, obviously, I don't want you to sit here and draw and draw and draw one after another. You can then change your sample to, and I think in your example, it asks you to change the sample size, the number of samples to 50. So again, we're still taking 25 pieces of candy out at a time, but now I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So I'm going to take a set of 25, then I'm going to take another set of 25, and then I'm going to take another set of 25, right? So I'm going to take a total of 50 of those 25 sets, so it'll do it all at once, right? You can see the machine working, and then it will, bam, put all of those 50, because now I have a total of 53 because I had 3 to start with. Here are 53 different samples of taking 25 pieces of candy at a time. The p hat here is out of those 50 samples, it's the last one. But here you can see all 50, or in fact all 53, and we can see our mean is about 0.47 or 47%, which is pretty close to our population of 45%, and our standard deviation is 0.1. So try playing around with this applet. Remember, up here, this is your p-value, your population parameter. Here is your most recent sample, your p hat. The number of candies is how many candies you are taking at a time. And then the number of samples are how many sets of this amount you are taking at a time.